The UK will once again become the primary home of Prince Harry and Meghan.
The world's media responded with the usual levels of measured restraint.
It did hit like a thunderbolt.
To this latest twist in the Sussex soap opera.
It was a shockaroo. Nobody saw this coming.
It's 6 years since Harry and Meghan left the UK, seeking freedom from royal life and the British media. They found this in California.
It's a real delight in being able to be a present parent.
Where they also found Netflix.
In the pursuit of joy. Love is in the details.
And Oprah.
Did you leave the country because of racism?
It was a large part of it.
Prince Harry was attending an event for veterans in Washington last night as news broke of his return. The move was revealed in a newspaper.
There was information that was being put to them, and their hand was forced to a point. We've had little bits of information filtering through since January, actually, about how this, and then it's all come to a head this week.
It's quite a turnaround. Last year, Prince Harry suggested it wouldn't be safe for his family to return to the UK.
I can't see a world in which I would be bringing my wife and children back to the UK at this point. And the things that they're going to miss is, well, everything.
Since they stepped back from royal duties and moved abroad, the Sussexes don't have guaranteed police protection here. Last year, Prince Harry lost a legal battle with the Home Office over the level of taxpayer-funded security he's entitled to.
Is the government going to establish their security and pay for it?
Well, this is a private matter. It's a matter for Harry and for Meghan, and we wish them well in the move that they're making.
The couple is expected to move to a private residence somewhere outside of London, with reports they've made school arrangements for their children. Decisions on royal security are taken by an independent committee that's overseen by the Home Office.
Yes, it needs a review in terms of his neighbours, the school, the other parents going to school. You might take it from the Prime Minister, this is a private matter, but Harry is no longer private, has never been private, because he chooses not to be private, in my opinion, which is against any kind of advice I would give to him and his family.
Harry was last filmed in the UK last month, at ease promoting the Invictus Games. Tomorrow he's braced for a financial hit, with a High Court judge set to rule on how much he needs to pay in legal costs after losing his phone hacking case against the publisher of the Daily Mail.
Well, I'm joined now by journalist and author Valentine Lowe, who has written extensively about the relationship between the monarchy and its political influence, and the royal historian Tessa Dunlop. Valentine, why are they coming back?
I wish I could answer that question for you, because what's interesting is that Harry's people are very vague when you talk to them about this. They talk about a sort of multitude of reasons. I think one of them is the health and age of his father. But that's not the biggest reason. And we can speculate, and in the absence of any answers, we will continue to speculate. That's the awful thing about it. And one of the reasons we speculate is it money? Is it the fact that their career in California hasn't necessarily gone as well as it could? Possibly, but against that is the fact that they've said they're going to keep their home, their hugely expensive home in Montecito. Which
okay, and
not money.
And Tessa Dunlop, does it matter that they're coming back?
I'm delighted. I, for one, am out there and pleased. I remember 6 years ago when they left Britain, there was a real feeling from the generations below me particularly that somehow Britain had fallen the wrong side of the line, that when it came to our constitutional monarchy, we'd been tone deaf and we'd lost this major asset. And for whatever reason, and I think we need to factor in push factors from America as well as pull factors to Britain, this is a bit of a poke in the eye for Trump's gun-toting USA. Where would Harry, let's be honest, really feel safest? in a country where ICE patrols the streets and shoots down citizens, or in Britain, where the last time I checked, you weren't actually allowed to wander around the streets with a gun in your back pocket. So I think there's some obvious reasons why Harry actually has decided to see sense over the security, although that will have to be ironed out because there are major royal discrepancies. For example, several non-working royals, Beatrice, Eugenie, etc., have security around their properties, which they get for free.
Well, let's get on to security then, Valentine, because Andy Burnham said today it was a private matter, but it isn't really, is it? Because, I mean, the taxpayer, we could all end up paying for it.
Yeah, I don't know what Andy Burnham meant by when he said private matter. He could have meant that it's something to be discussed in private, which, of course, the decisions of the Home Office Committee, RAVEC, which decides these things, are always taken in private. I think that was basically Andy Burnham's way of not answering the question. Until now, RAVEC has been consistent about not giving Harry the security he wants. But Harry has also said, you know, that he doesn't think this country is a safe place to bring his family to. And now he's bringing his family here. So you've got to speculate, has something changed about security? We don't know. We'll see.
Or does Harry feel differently in the wake of what I think has been perceived as a very successful trip over to Europe, not just Britain, they also have a home, of course, in Portugal, where they were able to recce not just how they felt about being in Britain, but how they felt alongside key players within their family, not just King Charles. Clearly, they had a very successful private dining meeting with him at Highgrove, but also with Charles Spencer, his maternal uncle, and their family at Althorp. And likewise, up in the Highlands of Scotland, they had the Californian baked-in sunshine of England, they had the Highlands of Scotland, and they also have two very significant things in the near future. His late mother's 30th anniversary of her death, Charles Spencer, of course, leading from the front with a book next month on that, and we know that the pair are very close. And likewise, the Invictus Games coming to England in 2027. More than enough reasons to come home.
He did say, though, didn't he, Tessa, that it was an establishment stitch-up, that he didn't get security before. Yep. So what might the establishment be up to now, then?
But you will recall that in America, he was paying for his own security. There was also that car chase that they branded as near catastrophic in New York. I don't think it's been plain sailing in America. I do think they felt very disappointed over security. But in the end, you can lose a battle. But if you let that define your war, then ultimately, who are the real losers? If you want a plural identity for your children at an age where their education isn't really significant, they're not at that exam-taking age, this is the plum moment to come over and give it a go.
How are they going to manage their relationship with the British press, Valentine? Because there's history there.
There certainly is history. Meghan said that she'd find it difficult to do the daily school run without being a royal photo call every day, which, of course, is complete nonsense. William and Kate take their kids to school every day without there being any photographers present. The relationship with the press will be very tricky, and we'll find out when the location of their home is first revealed. It hasn't been revealed, but
we're almost out of time. I just want to final word to Tessa Dunlop. How do you think this is going to actually play out?
I think in the last month, the British press has profoundly let itself down with the hounding of Jason Arday, a reminder that it is never acceptable to single out an individual and hound them. And I would very much hope that at least for this initial part of their new start in Britain, the right-wing press particularly behave themselves.
Tessa Dunlop, Valentine Lowe, thank you both very much.
Thank you.